valley path. The narrow path. Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. Matthew 7:13 through 14. Today I am reflecting on the reality of pursuing the narrow path and my desire to be among the few who not only find it, but stay on it for the rest of our lives. While there are so many wonderful things about this path, I want to be truthful about navigating the human side of being in this world but not of it. This walk is one like no other. While it is amazing, some moments may leave you feeling lonely or misunderstood. Many of my relationships with people have changed as I move deeper into my relationship with God. Some friendships have deepened, others have distanced or become non-existent, and new ones are forming. I have heard sermons about this, but I thought my experience would be different. I believed everyone around me would not only understand, but also feel inspired to face the things they need to deal with in their walk. I was mistaken. I am discovering that generally speaking, people are fine with you until you make them uncomfortable because of your search to go deeper and live a life that does not look like what we have been told it should. It is in our human nature to seek the path of least resistance and to seek comfort. We may know deep down that God is guiding us in a different direction, but because it is an uncomfortable path, we continually search for a way to remain comfortable and accomplish our goals, or we avoid it altogether, remain complacent, and hope for something magical to happen as the days and years pass by. Many are too filled with pride to risk any level of embarrassment. It is easier to remain stuck in what is familiar than it is to live a faith-filled life where you must take steps without knowing what will happen next. When you color outside the lines, people might prefer to label you as crazy, even when they see how well it is working for you. You are not crazy. You have discovered that those lines you were forced to color within were a way to control, limit, and keep you conformed to the ways of this world. You have chosen to do something about it rather than only talk about the tricks of the enemy and how deep the deception runs. People are comfortable around you when you live a life that is no different than most and not perceivably better than theirs. I say perceivably better because that perception is likely based on a construct that was imposed on them, and they unconsciously remain subscribed to it. But I digress. It is okay to say you went to church on Sunday and the pastor preached a great message. It is okay to talk about studying the Bible and going deeper with God. The problem begins when you take it seriously, do it, and your life produces the fruit of going deeper, so you continue to go deeper. You become a new creation. What makes it difficult is when you want everyone to understand how much easier life can be if they walk in full relationship with God. Everyone is not going to be receptive. Some may never get it. Others may get it, but not according to the timeline it is happening for you. There are so many things I have yet to learn and understand. It truly is a lifelong journey of learning and growing. When we can see past the surface and know someone is hurting or not authentically happy, we want them to know there is a better way. We can share what we have learned on our journey and hope they will have the courage to change their life, but we also must respect that it is their journey. Many people may never gain the courage to walk fully in faith and seek the narrow path. For those who have taken the proverbial red pill, see the world for what it is, and have stopped moving with the world, when it gets lonely, hang in there and do not be discouraged. You are not alone. Continue to question everything and know it is okay to move differently than the rest of the world. If you experience a mass exodus of the people you thought would always be a part of your life, keep going deeper. God will bring the right people into your life for each season, and those who have exited may return. Please understand my heart in this, and know it is meant to inspire and encourage rather than come off as arrogant or know-it-all, as if I have discovered something that others have not. None of us are immune from the possibility of being deceived and going down the wrong path at any given moment, so I never want to give the impression that I have gotten it all figured out. The only thing I know is what God wants me to know for my journey as of this moment, nothing more. What I know for sure is Jesus is the only way for me. As I go deeper, I want nothing more than to have the nature of Christ. As followers of Christ, let us question everything we have been led to believe and find peace in the path we choose for our lives. While it may be lonely and challenging at times, it is worth it, both in this life and for eternity. Remember, Jesus did not conform to the ways of this world, and he has called us to do the same.